folks, thanks for joining me today. I left this part of the video as real time because I really wanted to explain this to you. So I'm using the small oval mold from the Happy Dotting Company, and you can download a template that has a grid on it so that you can figure out where the center is, because these molds don't come with the center dot in the middle when you cast it. Then I set my compass at 1/4 inch. So on my compass, it is the second tick mark that is on my compass. So that's what I did. I set it onto that, and then I put the point onto the center dot and made a mark on the left and a mark on the right at 1/4 inch. Then I moved my point to that mark and I made another mark at 1/4 inch on both of the eyes. And then from that mark, I drew a circle. This way I have equal distance of the eyes and they are level because I'm using the same mark that I made on both sides. Now I know some of you are probably saying, well, if you went 1/4 of an inch and then 1/4 of an inch, why wouldn't you just go 1/2 an inch? Because, that's what it would be. Yeah, it would be, but then I'd have to move my compass because I wanted my eyes to be only 1/4 inch round. So that's why I did the extra step. You don't have to do it the way that I did it. If you want to freehand it, go for it. So this is just me. This is how I do things. I sometimes get a little bit fussy about spacing and things like that, especially when it comes to doing two eyes. Anyways, so that's how I did that part. Now on to the painting part. So I used a yellow for the outside of the eyes, and then I put in the center a lighter green. I used my homemade blending brush that's really small to put the yellow on. And then I used my blending brush that I purchased from Amazon for doing the center. Now I wanted this to dry a little bit, so I decided I'd go on to do the nose. So I'm using my fine lining brush that I've also made on my own. I have tutorials on those if you would like to see how to make those. I also have in the description below everything that I've talked about, Happy Dotting Company, the blending brushes that I purchased on Amazon, a bunch of other things are all listed in the description below. So after you're done watching the video, check out the description. It's loaded with all sorts of information, links, even the colors that I use. So I list the brand name and the color name. So I'm not saying to use the colors that I'm using. These are just what I have in my stash. But definitely go and look what you've got. You can do your own blending, own colors. Heck, don't even do green eyes. Just do yellow eyes. That would be cool. Outline them in gold. Or blue eyes, ice blue eyes like Siamese cats have. Whatever you want to do is totally up to you. This is just what I went with. I wanted to go with kind of a black cat, spooky kind of staring at you type thing. Another cool thing you could do with this, and I didn't, but I should have. Maybe I'll make another one and I'll do it. But you can get glow in the dark paint and you can actually put it over top. And it does change the color slightly, but when it glows, oh my gosh, it looks so cool. So you could also do that. These are all just suggestions. You do what you want to. I'm just here to give you inspiration, maybe some tips and tricks. And I really hope you try this one out. It's simple. I didn't use a lot of different colors. So, I mean, you can do it any way you want. But I would love to see what you created. So hop on over to my Facebook page. Again, a link is in the description. And post your pictures over there. Now you do have to ask for permission to join the Northern Pieces Facebook page, but you don't have to answer any special questions or anything like that. I just do that because I want it to be a closed community for like-minded people. And I didn't want any advertising or anything like that to be placed on there. I wanted it just for my peeps, my folks. So definitely go over there. Don't be shy. Love to see what happens with your renditions. So now back to the painting that I'm doing here. I'm just using my General's charcoal pencil to add on like the eyelids and the little tear ducts and things like that. So I have an idea as to where I'm going to be painting those. And again, I'm trying to go for as symmetrical as possible, but it's not going to be perfect. No piece of art is perfect, and that's why it's art. So don't worry about it if it's not perfect. So now I got to put on these pupils for this cat, and most cats' eyes, depending on if their pupil is dilated or not, they either have like a long skinny slit or it's a wide comes down to a point. And that's what I wanted because I really wanted these eyes to be like looking right at you. So, and I didn't really want them to be mean, but more of hey, I'm here kind of eyes. So that's what I was going for. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm just making sure that the pupils are considerably the same size and same shape. So I just work away at that and yeah, just having fun with it. And next step will be to do the tear ducts and I paint them in gray and boom, there you go, you have it. Unfortunately, I thought I had press record, but I press record when I was done. So you just get the finished product. So I'm sorry, but all I did was painted in some gray, added in a little bit of white, and that was it. So, and then I carried it over top of the eye to form the eyelid. But can you see this cat just sort of staring at you now? It's just, I love it. It's so simple, but so effective. So now what I'm doing is I'm just sort of tidying up the nose and cleaning it up and bringing it more to a point at the bottom part and really making it look not frightful because that's not what I'm going for. More of, well, just the cat hiding in the bushes and all you can see is their eyes and their pink little nose. If you are enjoying this tutorial, give me a thumbs up to let me know. And if you're new, welcome. And please subscribe because I enjoy making these content for you to learn from, get inspiration from, whatever it is that you get from it. That's what I'm here for. And if you don't want to miss anything, ring the bell and that will give you a notification every time I post something new. So while I was yapping, you watched me put a light source on the tip of the nose there, or on the top. And now what I'm doing is I'm reapplying that bright yellow around the eyes just because I really liked that yellow and I felt that it got lost when I did the green. And so I really wanted that back. So I'm just using my fine lining brush and I'm just applying a thin line of this yellow around and it just really brings it back out. Like, look at those eyes. They're just staring at you. It's just, I love them. This was so fun to do. It's so easy to do. And like I said, you don't need a lot of colors. I think I used a total of 4. And that was it. So I got to put on some light sources here for the eyes. And this just finishes it right off. I think it's amazing. It looks so cool. And the eyes look so real. Like, as soon as you put on those light sources, wow, it's amazing. Well, we're almost finished. I just needed to add a little bit more on the left eye there, a couple of dots on the bottom because it gives the illusion of roundness. And then I just do a little bit more light source on the nose just to give it a little bit more shape. And then it's ready for resin. So there you have it, folks. Life is what you make it, so get creative.